Well, hey there, you awesome bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs. It is I, Little Wolf, and welcome to Hero Z TPS, which is third person shooter. They do make one that's not a third person shooter, and it's kind of like almost like a side scrolling ish type game, and it's kind of RPG ish where you upgrade your character and things like that. You can upgrade your weapon, but in this one, I think you can upgrade your weapon, but I'm not sure. This is from the IMCRAZY Game Studios. I believe it's $4.99 on the Play Store, and I think I bought it on sale when it went on sale for like $2 or something like that. And it's definitely worth the price. This one, like you say, it's a third person shooter, and it does go into all of what it says or what the game is about. So, how about we go ahead and jump into this? Are you sure you want to restart the new game? Yes. Let's go. Let's go hard. Giggity. In the last war of mankind, Z virus was thrown into war and spread to the world. More than 90% of humans were killed by a virus in this catastrophe, but this is only the beginning of the terror. Dead people climbed up and turned into furious zombies, devouring survivors, and the essence of the Z virus. Blah, blah, blah. I am not going to try that, good lord. I can read, but not that fast. The reproduction of dinosaurs once marked the highest achievements. Blah, blah. Good lord, they do go fast on that. I'm sorry. I do love the look of it. And this is going to be one of the few games where they do allow for like auto fire, and it does make it easier in this game because you'll see that when they show the placement of fire button, which is all the way over there, and your movement is here. I guess I could. There we go. I guess that could work. We could try that. But now we gotta clear this spot out and make it to the thing. But also, like I said, if we just go to auto fire, it does kind of make it a bit easier. And I do love that you start off with a wolf pet. Oh, that is awesome. The rats are weird. They make kind of a dog barking noise. I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to catch it. There we go. It's I don't know why they make that noise. They make it in the other games too. Because they make a temple hunting one and a dungeon one also. And like I said, they make another zombie one also. And alright, so now we get to meet a big zombie. Let's go ahead and get the rapid fire going. There we go. Let's see here. You are in the way there. Can we put you? Oh, no, you're not really in the way there, I guess. Alright, so let's get that. We can equip that. I love it. More life. We got life plus 9, resistance to cold, life recovery. That works for me. Let's go ahead and go. Let's go ahead and upgrade, and let's get our pet more life, because that always helps in this. And basically we're going zone to zone and trying to eliminate certain zombies. When we get to the base, you'll find out. Up here, I think there he is the main zombie we're getting for this first one. Let's see here. There we go. Let's get you. Come on. Oh no. No, I want just yet. Come on, let's go. And it is kind of easy and kind of a bit repetitive at times, but that's part of the appeal. And oh yeah, we get a level 5 machine gun. And look at that though. I mean, damage that, life recovery 0.2, yes. Wait, we're gonna go ahead and sell this, get a little bit of money, and now we get the machine gun. And this is also, with kind of how easy it is, it's kind of soothing. And even on hard, it's not that difficult. But I do like this game a lot. Later on, when you get down to the further level zombies, here's the base. Let's go ahead and get our money and stuff. Get 1,000, and we get 150 experience. Yeah, okay, now we gotta go zone 3 for that one. Now we're gonna go ahead and upgrade our power there. Let's do that. We're only on level 3 there, so let's go ahead and get this part done. I'm not sure how long we're gonna do this one. I just want to do this one just for a bit of fun and to show off a game I really enjoy, and I can easily get lost in this game. It's just so much fun. Alrighty, let's see here. There we go. Actually, let's see here. I think we are missing shadows. Let's go ahead and turn that on. There we go. Now we got the shadow world. Let's go ahead and hunt these guys a little bit so we can get more experience. We can level up again. Nice. Now we're at level 4. Let's get the cure. So when we cure, that does more. Alright, more zombies. Here we go. I hope you guys are having a good weekend. I'm probably going to try and put this out on maybe Saturday, because I know on Friday we're going to have The Hitchhiker, and that's definitely a fun movie, and I had fun watching that and putting in the captions for it. And I definitely think a lot of people are going to have fun with that movie. I know there's a lot of other different renditions of The Hitchhiker. I've seen a couple of them. This one was a lot different from some of the other ones I had seen. I just definitely had a good time watching that one. Let's go ahead and... Or wait, we're going this way to level 3, or this will take us... Yeah. Going up. Ready. Ooh, spiders. Yum. Come on. Here we go. But yeah, we did have to go into town yesterday, and we had kind of a good time going there, because we got to have... we went to Costco, and we got the $1.50 hot dog and soda, and that's always fun. I always like getting hot dogs and sodas from there, or their pizza. It's been a long time since I've had that. I know my daughter liked the chicken bake from there, and her mom did too. But I always also like the wild berry smoothie. I like anything with berries almost. That was good. And we got to stop by the dispensary and pick up a few things, so that was nice. And here we go with another level up. Let's go ahead and add more life to our pet, because we are definitely going to need their help later on. Let's see here. Let's get you. We didn't really do too much else. Darcy had to go into Costco. Her and her nephew did that. Costco is usually a bit too crowded for my liking. I did go into Trader Joe's with her and go through all that there, so that wasn't too bad. There were a lot of people there though, and there were times I did feel kind of trapped in, but I just listened to actually, what was I watching? I was watching something on my other phone. I forget now what. I know I have Friday the 13th, the original, and it's the uncut edition. I still gotta watch that. And that's definitely a comfort movie for me, oddly enough. Let's see here, the giant bee is over here. Let's see here. It's almost easier without the pet here because all the other bees start shooting at him and they get slowed down and I get slowed down and everything just gets all messed up. So let's just go ahead and do this without the pet. Yeah, I know, this is a pretty easy game most of the time. And that's another reason why I do enjoy it, and I do like the look of the game too. I like how, like they say, apocalyptic it looks, and the zombies just taking over. Alrighty, here we go, giant bee. Here we go. Oh, that would suck to have a bee that big. Or no, that's not even a bee, that's a wasp. So that can like multiple sting you and things like that. Ew. Oh my lord. I remember watching one of the videos where they have like the man versus insect and things like that. And the guy actually was dumb enough to put his arm in a box full of hornets. Oh my lord. That is just never sounds good. A box full of hornets, and I remember he only lasted a few seconds with his arm in there, and it's like, oh. And I've had some run-ins with bees before, and it's definitely not fun. I remember at the YMCA when we were there, we were playing, I think it was Capture the Flag, and we were in this area behind the pavilion. It was pretty wooded, and they had like a wood pile and dead palm leaf pile, and we were all just kind of running around. We ran through there, and I think there were like three of us just stand there talking for a moment. And I remember looking down because I felt something just start crawling on my leg. And I looked down, and it's just this big black and yellow bumblebee. And it's just kind of looking at me, and it flies up, and I think it stung me in my hand, if I remember right, and then a bunch of us kids just ran out of that area because a bunch of bees got disturbed in that pile, and just good lord, you had a whole bunch of kids running out of there. I forget how many of us there were. Like, there were always like maybe 20 kids per group or something like that, so maybe around there, 10, 15, 20. But, oh. And then, like, the next day, because, like, a bunch of the kids also got stung that were running around in the area, too. And a bunch of the other kids, like geniuses, decided that they were gonna go into this brush pile, or wood pile, or whatever, with a bunch of sticks and, no, my headphone's dying. No, we're gonna have to pause this. Okay, there we go. We have new headphones on. I hope that's better. Let's see here. We do have more. Let's go ahead and give me a little bit more power because we're definitely going to need that later on. We did get the big waspy wasp. So let's go ahead and get our stuff from that. Now, this one usually gives me the biggest problems just because he's really tough to beat. Let's go ahead. We can evolve to a raptor. Let's go ahead and do that just because it gets a little bit more life, and that definitely helps. Okay, we can, let's go ahead and go cure again, because we're definitely going to need more cure with what we're going to be up against. And it is not going to be exciting, and I think it's 3 more levels and we can upgrade to the next warrior, which would be helpful. Okay, so let's go ahead. What was it? 3? Okay. I just don't know how much people will like watching this. But like I was saying, like a bunch of geniuses, a bunch of the kids decided to go the next day and start going through the woodpile with a bunch of sticks and things like that, and smashing around in there and trying to find, the bumblebee nest, because they thought they were getting revenge for us other kids who had gotten stung. Oh my lord, let's just say they found it. And that's like another one of those scenes where, like in a horror movie or things like that, where you see a bunch of kids running away from stuff. And it was just, yeah, they found the nest and a bunch of us ran away. Oh my lord. I have a lot of memories of the YMCA in Daytona Beach because I spent a lot of summers there. I mean, that's where I learned to swim, going through the pool there, and things like that. I think the other day I was going through different places on Google Earth, and I was looking up around different areas in Florida where I had lived and where I had gone to. I looked up the YMCA I used to go to and would spend so many summers there. And I was looking at the old map of the place, and I have a lot of memories of, like, I remember the soccer field just always being so warm and hot. And we'd always spend a lot of time there playing soccer and things like that, or once in a while playing kickball. And you'd always hope to play kickball there instead of soccer, or at least I did anyways. But and then the pool, just spending so much time being in the pool. It's always my favorite place to be, especially now knowing that I'm allergic to heat. Yeah, I love the pool. And sometimes when we go house sitting too, one of the houses we house sit for has a saltwater pool, and that is just so nice. But yeah, so many memories at that YMCA. I wish I could remember the story that one of the counselors used to tell. It was almost like a campfire story where it was called Bloody Knuckles. That's all I remember. I remember it was a pretty freaky story. And it was kind of like in the different veins of like the scary stories to tell in the dark, So it definitely had that vibe to it. And the counselor that would tell it, I remember, was really good at telling it. And he would tell it almost each year, I think. But it was just one of those ones that I just don't remember how it goes or anything else. I just remember the name, and it's just kind of irks me sometimes when you get to that point, because you just know the story was freaky and it's like there and tickling in the back of your mind, and you can remember like the feeling it would give you. Like, you could feel the hair on your neck rising up during different parts of the story and things like that, so you know it was a good story. But I just don't remember what it was. I really wish I could. It's almost like when you go back and you watch old movies that you watched as a kid. Like, I went back and I watched the movie, what was it? The Lady in White. And that's one of those movies where it had a scene in it that just kind of gets stuck with you in your head. Because I remember seeing the kid running away with like the Dracula face mask on, and him also getting punched and things like that. So I remember that. And it had just probably since around middle school years since I had watched it, and there were just so many people in the movie that I would recognize that you would see later on in other things. I'm drawing a blank right now. It's just kind of annoying, but I just that movie was just so good, and I remember getting scared because um, you would hear the events of something happening to, I think it was a little girl in the school, and you would hear what happened to her, and you would hear the footsteps of the person that had attacked her, and I remember that sticking in my head a lot. And I guess kind of knowing now what I went through as a kid, it really makes sense why some of these movies would kind of attract me, because so many different weird things would happen to these people or these children, and something really bad happened to me at the age of like 6 or 7, if I'm remembering it right, around that area. Sorry, I had to get a drink of iced tea. But yeah, so many different movies where they would have like a kid in peril, or a person who would have like missing time in the movie. I would always kind of gravitate towards kind of like that with the flight of navigator, because he falls down and that person, he thinks he just fell asleep for a little bit. He wakes up and it's like, what, 8 years later in the movie? And so just all of these ones were different. Oh, no, 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 no. I got stuck talking. I'm sorry. That was not nice of you. Let's heal up and holy cow. There we go. There we go. I gotta check these guns here and stuff in a moment. Ooh, I got so many hats. I feel like the Mad Hatter. No, I do not want that one. Mustard, don't be preposterous. A little bit of jam, that's all it needs. Sorry. Oh, I gotta watch that one again at some point. I love the Walt Disney one. Okay, let's see if we can get through these guys. If I can get their attention off of him and onto me, they'll get me and not him. Or her. I'm not really sure what the sex of this dinosaur is. Let's see here. We're gonna need to heal up. Let's see here. What should we do? Let's add more attack power onto me. But yeah, just having so many different movies where different things would happen to kids in it, and the kids would come through and be okay at the end of it. I really gravitate towards those. Even now, I gravitate towards a lot of the R.L. Stein Goosebumps and the Fear Street books and things like that. And I think that's why I gravitate a lot towards the Stephen King stories, because a lot of his stories, whenever they delve into things that goes back into their childhood, and something happened there, and they had a monster or a thing happen there, which I did too. So it kind of makes sense that I would gravitate to a lot of those ones where it would have like the teenager or child or something like that facing off against a creature and a monster and things like that. So like Nightmare on Elm Street, I love those movies. Like even the bad ones in that one, I would still watch them. Like most people, I think, would stop after like part 4 because they usually don't like parts 5 and part 6. They're really cartoonish and things like that, and they are. I think they just kind of ran out of ideas of what really to do with Freddy at that point. But I really gravitate towards that because, I mean, you have teenagers going up against monsters and things like that and trying to overcome. Some do, some don't, some make it. But yeah, just so many of them. It makes so much sense now whenever I think back on different things, because there were so many different areas. I remember looking through a phone book with my dad one time, and we came to this area where apparently I was in a play, and in the picture I was wearing a disc because I played a disc, and I just do not remember that at all. So that's kind of where the missing time element kind of fits in with me, I believe. There's a whole bunch of, like, around 5th grade that I just do not remember. Oh my lord. I'm sorry, I'm getting so caught up in that kind of thing. Good lord. I'm bringing down that. Let's see here. We gotta be at 10 for that. And let's see here. Ooh, just need 2,500 to go there. Let's run around for just a little bit, see if we can get a bit more money. And see if I can get at least upgraded to the next version. I would like to do that. I'm sorry to have brought a lot of that down. With some of it, I don't want to go into specifics of what happened, but I did have my own monster as a kid, apparently, and yeah, it's just different aspects. My dad tried to tell me different things didn't happen, and like they were in the back of your mind kind of bubbling there. And I just always had different memories that I thought were things that happened, and he tried to tell me they didn't. Things like that. But later on, I put the pieces together, and they weren't good pieces. And definitely not good memories. I remember my monster and what he looks like. Luckily, I don't remember what happened or how or whatever else. I know the outcome of what happened. Like, just different things like that. And I don't know, it was just kind of a weird, interesting childhood I had. And it kind of explains a lot of why I am the way I am today. Good lord. Okay, let's see here. We need, 146 more. So let's see if we can get that, hopefully. Not at this rate. Not if any of you won't give me anything. We just need some. There we go, there we go. Oh, good lord. Ooh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Just a lot of weird stuff happened throughout my whole life, I guess you would say. So many different things whenever I think back on them now. There are just times when I try not to think about it, but it's always there like a splinter. And I guess it was one that was buried deep in my mind, and I didn't feel secure enough until I met my wife and was here and with our family and things like that to be able to draw the memory back out. Or, as she would say, it had to come out, and just feeling safe enough around my family and with how things are now to be able to kind of process it. And I process chunks of it, because that's about all I can remember so far is bits and pieces. Sorry about that. Let's just see if we can get our money. Probably not, and we are coming up on that. We are past that half-hour mark now. Ooh. Let's see if he'll give us something. Let's wait for him to come to us, because we don't want those other things. There we go. Now they're gonna shoot everything. Okay, let's get you. Let's see what you are. Oh no. Let's heal up. Level 3. Now let's go ahead and sell that. Oh no. Oh crud. This isn't good. See, this is why it's bad to have the pet sometimes. I don't know. This is not going to be easy. Come on. Let's just go. There's a little bit of money there, a little bit of money there. Come on. Let's go. I got you. Yes, thank you. There we go. Not too bad. We could bring back my dinosaur, but let's just run on a little bit more. We just need less than 300. Let's just try and get that really quick. Yeah. Let's just do this. Come on. But I mean, it really does explain a lot of why I am the way I am, how I am the way I am, things like that. Just so many different aspects of myself that I didn't really think about for a long time. And I guess kind of why I do have the little wolf persona and a couple other different ones. Yeah, I always thought it was something a little different, and I guess it was. Oh boy. Let's see. Just need a little bit more here. These ones we can. There's a lot there. I want all your attention. Let's just go. We are so close. Okay, let's see if we can get anything good from this one. Because like I said, I do not think I'm going to really be able to get that guy until I have enough to upgrade to the next dude. So let's just go ahead and I wasted a speed one on this guy. Shoot, I'm just running back and forth. Dang it. Not paying attention. I always think it's kind of funny. It looks like a zombie Hulk. That's something I gotta read at some point. Is like, I know they came out with the Marvel Zombies. I think that'd be fun to read sometime. Oh wait, I can't. Just get rid of these guys as fast as we can. Nope. Okay. So, let's see here. We need 200 or 185. I do think we can get that. I really do. Oh, but yeah, it really does explain a lot of why I am the way that I am and how I am. Just so many different aspects. Let's see. Come on, we are kind of close. Let's just see if we can hurry up. We can just get that one, and then we can go ahead and... Ooh. Oh, come on. Nobody there. That doesn't help us out much. Okay. Let's see here. One of the movies that I was mentioning before, that I was gonna try and show, the movie Ants. We had that on VHS growing up, and I can remember growing up in Florida. That's another reason why that movie scared me, was because the movie was about, I believe, fire ants or biting ants that had gotten overdosed or just been exposed to too many of the pesticides at the time, and they started taking the pesticide and using that for their poison. And that's what made them a bit more deadly than the normal, everyday ants. And as they're working on this one place next to where the place is gonna be, they're building like another casino, I think, and the construction disturbs a really big hive. And it's like a super hive almost. And if you've ever seen like the dirt mounds around Florida, they're just like everywhere, and there's just like thousands upon thousands of ants in each one of those, and good lord. Just the amount of times me and the other kids in the trailer park would see different mounds in the park, and we would just mess with them so much. I can remember spraying some with water hoses, and we just kicked some of them, and the amount of times we fell into one of them and just get covered with ants. And you ever get bit by fire ants, you never really forget that feeling. Yeah, definitely have that name for a reason, because it definitely feels like fire when you get bit by them. Okay, here we go. Oh, we are so close. Just a little bit more, maybe from over here, from some of you. Come on. Just need a little more. There's some there. Let's go. Thank you for your contribution. I'm sorry to bring all you down with this. I just hope you guys are having a good and safe week, especially if you're over on the east side. Good lord, you guys are having more and more stuff happening, freezing, things like that. Just so much fun. $8 more, that's all we need. Let's see if we can get that. Ooh. No, I don't want all of it. Let's go. Come on. Almost. There we go. I didn't get any. No, not even a couple dollars. There we go. And yes, let's go head back. Let's go ahead and upgrade. Or wait, no. Can I?
Hi.
Yes, I can. Okay. I'm evolving. And we got more here. Let's go ahead and do more power because we're going to need that for the other guy. And we have more life coming in. And then how long? Here's where I need to be 10, and then we can get the leopard. I'm sorry I did drag this around with a lot of different things, but I hope you guys did enjoy the game. It really is a game that I do enjoy. It's definitely simple to pick up and run around. Just go after some zombies, go after some of the different missions like you're supposed to, because like you come up to him, there's the guy I'm supposed to try and get, but sadly he was just too tough for me this time. And I know I'm gonna have to go through and get upgraded, or not upgrade, but level up a few more times at least to maybe get him, and maybe upgrade to the snow leopard to be able to get that. But I do hope you guys did like this. I'm sorry about all of the different talk and things like that, but just a lot on my mind, and we were so busy yesterday, and this actually really does help me calm down a lot, like Granny does, and playing that in extreme. It's just kind of odd. That calms me down because I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm supposed to do, and usually once you run through and you see a couple of spots in there, you know where most of the things are. So after a while, that's why I'm able to really play that on expert. I don't really like 2 as much. 3 is kind of fun, I know. What was it? Rebellion is really fun. They have Mortuary Madness, which is kind of weird, and I've tried playing that, but that one had so many different ads pop up that it's not as fun. They're doing some remakes of Granny 2. I gotta try that one out. They did a remake of Granny 3 for Android. I'm trying that. And that one is pretty good too. Not too many bugs to run into, except like sometimes you run upstairs and you get caught on the top spot. But I do hope you guys did enjoy this. I definitely did enjoy this game a lot. I do want to play more of it and share more of it with you guys. I love you bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs so much. Share this out to people who do like video games or old TV shows, old movies, old radio plays, things like that, because we have a lot of that on this channel. Old cartoons. I have next week's movie picked out already. Someone had brought up that they had made a movie of Sorry Wrong Number, and I figured, why not find that? And I was able to find it, download it. I got the subtitles put into it. I have to watch it and edit it. And I still have to get the cartoons and things like that. So I still have a lot to do. We have a lot to do around the house still here. Uh, the wife and dad are out looking at houses now. Or no, actually, they did look at one house by where we walk the dogs, and they really like it. And there's a pond there that we know Astrid would like, so they're doing that. I was able to get dishes done here, got the bed made, got blankets picked up, and things like that. So I'm doing little things around the den to be able to try and fix it up and get it ready. Just so much to do, and not much time to do it in, and sooner or later it's going to be a lot less more time. But I really want to hope, or really hope to keep making videos for you guys to help you guys get through your day, get through your week, take a break from life. Hopefully not make it such a downer episode next time. I still gotta do another Katie's Pack video. I do enjoy that game a lot. I do want to do another one with the dogs one at some point. But I want to play more of the wolf one and get that down and get that done, see what we can do in there, and hopefully maybe get a wolf family going in there. But I still gotta find Katie a mate in that, I think, so it'll be fun. But I hope you guys do have a good week. I love you, bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs so much. Remember, if you ever feel like you need help and you're not sure who to talk to in the US, call 988. Outside the US, please go to blog.opencounseling.com/suicide hotlines slash, and they'll give you a website with all the other countries out there with websites and numbers that you can click on or call to reach out to get help. So if you do need help, please reach out to these people if you do. And at some point, I'm going to be reaching out and hopefully getting in touch with a therapist. Hopefully soon, not too sure. It's really iffy. It's also like getting my brain to really reach out and do it. There's just so much there's a lot to unpack in my brain. And I know that. And there's a few different people up there. So it will be interesting when it gets unpacked. I've unpacked quite a bit by myself and with my wife's help getting that. And so I have done a lot of work myself, but I do need a lot of work to do still. But I hope you guys stick with me, and thank you for following me through this. And like I said, sorry for the downer parts of this. Remember, if you want to help out more when you go out and about, please remember to mask up. That'll keep you and your family safe, and in the long run, strangers safe too, especially if you're sick. If you haven't done it yet, go out and get your vaccinations and your booster shot. That'll keep you and your family safe, and in the long run, strangers safe too. And also, if you can, good lord, when we were in Trader Joe's, everybody was really close, and I got blocked in around the freezer area, and that really freaked me out. But we don't need to be cart to cart. We don't need to be so close. Distance yourself just a bit. And that'll definitely keep you and your family safe, and it'll definitely keep strangers safe too. And we do have a little one here somewhere in the game that we have to hashtag protect the lioness. Oh, this was such a long winded run of me telling different things that happened. I'm sorry. Hopefully, it won't be as depressing or as downer in the next ones. I do want to make more of this. This is definitely a fun game, and it's an easy game, like I said, to pick up. Just run around, get different zombies, get different missions done, and also upgrade. Uh, I've only gotten to, I think, the next area, which is near some cemeteries. So that's going to be fun. So I hope we do make it that far. But thank you for following me this far. I love you, bipeds, quadrupeds, and even the occasional dinosaurs so much. Thank you again for being with me through this. Thank you for following me on my channel. Thank you for just being there for me, and I hope I'm there for you. I love you lot a lot. So until next time, Wolf out.